Hi everybody, Adam here. Welcome back. In today's video, we are carrying on with Slay the Spire 2. Last time we played with the Ironclad. Looking forward to getting back to playing some more with the Ironclad, but today wanted to give the Silent a try. Interesting, different character. You can see high level, we're going to have less starting health. We've got the same number of coins. Ability-wise, though, at the start of each combat, draw 2 additional cards compared to the little bit of healing that the Ironclad gets. So, interested to see how this all plays out and what the new character feels like. So, let's dive in and see how this goes. So, opening here, we get to choose one of these good things, generally good things. So, we can upgrade a card. A file holster, gain 1 potion slot and procure 2 random potions. Interesting. Choose 1 of 3 rare cards to add to your deck. Add 1 injury to your deck. An unplayable card. Interesting. So it just clutters your hand up, basically. I'm guessing is what the trade-off is there. Let's try, we'll take things simple. Let's try upgrading a card. So we've got damage, we've got block, deal 3 damage, apply 1 weak. Weakened creatures deal 25% less damage. That's cool. And then we've got to gain 8 block, discard 1 card. So we can choose a card to upgrade. Maybe worth getting one of our damage ones, 6 to 9. That seems pretty useful. Can proceed into Act 1. Let's try. Let's see where things are headed. Definitely some different things going on up here. Kind of thinking we might want to go the middle. That's the merchant. That's useful. I like these question mark ones though. Kind of feel like this path here up that way might be a good way to go. So let's try that and see where it takes us. So they're going to do 4 attack damage to us on this turn at the end. Let's do a little bit of damage to them first. And then we can do this pretty easily. Oh, so we could do 0, so we might as well weaken them. You can see it drop down the amount of damage they will do. And then we'll finish off with the gain 5 block. So we should be in a good place. They are going to not attack this turn. They're going to use a buff. It's fine though, we'll use our block anyways. End of turn. So they're about half health. This is where things are going to start to, things are going to start to get more difficult. We've got strength 7 there now. So now they're going to be doing 11 damage. That is a lot. So if we attack and then we can use 2 blocks, that'll get us to 10. It's not quite perfect. We will take 1 damage, but I think I'm okay with that. Let's do the neutralize. Again, that brings them down to 8, which is good. Well, actually, you know what we can do? We can just finish them off. That worked out well, so we didn't have to take any additional damage. So loot for the end of battle. We're going to take our gold. Then we get to add a card. Slice, deal 6 damage, no cost on that. Prepared, draw 1 card, discard 1 card. Or backflip, gain 5 block, draw 2 cards. I like the idea of the 6 damage there for no cost. It seems advantageous. We're going to head to the left here, I think. Head up that middle area that we saw before. So, might as well start with the neutralize. Reduce the damage that they are going to, the Nibbit is going to do to us. 9. We've got 3 left. So we can we can just block this straight out then. Oh, we didn't use that was silly. We didn't use the upgraded damage. Anyways, it's okay for now. They're going to do 6 damage and they're going to block. So we're going to block their attack. We can use our new slice card. Bunch of damage and then more damage. So they've got 5 block now. We can do our neutralize. That reduces things. Can do our upgraded attack. Broken through their block. And we can end our turn. So they're empowering. So they've got the increasing their strength of 2. But we can use the slice again and one of our regular attacks to finish it off. Not bad, not bad. Still 69 out of 70 health. Let's take our 20 gold. We got a dexterity potion. That should be useful. Improves block gained from cards. Add a card to your deck. Cloak and Dagger. Gain 6 block. Add 1 shiv into your hand. That deals 4 damage and it exhausts. Well laid plans. At the end of your turn, retain up to 1 card. Finisher. Deal 6 damage for each attack already played this turn. I like that. That I think is going to be super powerful because we seem to be building up a lot of 0 cost attacks. I shouldn't say a lot. We're building up some. So I think that is going to be quite useful. Let's do our upgraded attack. Get rid of that one. We're going to, this one's got 3 damage coming at us. We do a defend. Probably do that with the slice on the one back there. We're going to block enough so we can do, actually, this is going to hit 2 times. We should do this one because this will do more. More because we had a couple of different attacks that turn, so that's good. I like that card. Couple of cards they've tossed in to try to mess up our hand, our upcoming hands. Manipulating our deck a little bit. We're going to 10 block. That'll handle that attack there. Then we're going to attack the slime. Looks like we've got some more hand disruption that they're trying to do. We will make that guy weak. And we will attack there. Don't really need to, but we'll do the block anyways. And turn. More hand disruption. Let's do slice. Draw a card. 8 block. Discard 1 card. We will discard that. And I think we're kind of good there. Then we can almost finish them off. This should finish them off there. Happy with that. We're doing well. We got the 15 gold. We got Entropic Brew. Fill all your empty potion slots with random potions. Interesting. And then add a card to our deck. 2 dexterity. If we do this one, improves block gained from cards. Deal 6 damage. Apply 3 poison. Interesting. Dagger spray. Deal 4 damage to all enemies twice. I like that. Let's go with that one. So another unknown. The legends were true. Entering into a pitch dark chamber, a sudden light pierces the darkness from above, just as the door slams behind you. Illuminated before you appears to be a podium with a map on it. You feel compelled to take it. Suspicious. So we can nab the map, receive the spoils map. 600 extra gold in the next act. Interesting. Slowly find an exit. We lose 8 HP. Procure 1 random potion. I think I'm fine getting the spoils map. We'll see. See how that goes. But let's head in here. What are we facing? We've got crossbow raider, a brute raider, and a tracker raider. So only the middle one is going to be attacking us for 7. Let's defend and defend. And then let's do the dagger spray. Nice new card. That's useful. I think that was an interesting way to go. Yeah, so they put a thing on us. We're frail now. We're going to gain less block from cards that we play. Made the front guy weak. I think we can take the front guy out. And we're not going to quite block enough, but that's okay. At least we'll minimize the damage we take. So let's do slice. Let's take out the guy back here. Let's use our upgraded card, the strike there. You can do a little bit of, actually, let's do a strike. And then that means that this should do 18 damage, which is not going to be quite as much as we wanted, but that puts us in a pretty good spot. Definitely going to need to improve our health. But we got through that battle. 17 gold. Add a card. Shivs deal 4 additional damage. Interesting. Deal 9 damage, deals 4 additional damage for each card discarded this turn. Deflect, gain 4 block. Let's do deflect. I think we can heal here. Yep, let's rest. We're all healed back up. I think that'll be big. Onward to another fight. Let's start with the slice, deal 6 damage. Do the block for free. We can do the dagger spray. We can do a regular strike. And then we're gonna take some damage, but I think we'll do that. So we're gonna take 7 damage. That is unfortunate, but it was good to move through those cards, I feel like. Neutralize. We're gonna do our upgraded attack. Lots of damage, just not as much or quite as much as we needed. Don't have anything other than defense. They are attacking. Let's see. So 16 attack. How much damage are we going to take here? Just the 1. Okay, so it's good. Vulnerable didn't cost us anything extra. Let's slice to start with. And then the attack there. And we're through. It's 13 gold. Add another card. Dagger throw, 9 damage. That's pretty cool, but I like this slice. I like doing attacks with no cost to them. What do we have going on here? This is the finisher, so we're going to want to get as many attacks off as we can. Let's do the neutralize first. Reduces the damage they're going to do. We can do the slice. We can do dagger spray. We can do a regular strike, and then, so this is going to hit 4 times now, the finisher move. Lots of damage. They're still going to return the favor. That's unfortunate, but we can make that work. The block isn't super necessary, but we will do it just so it's out there. Let's do the upgraded strike. We've got the 0 cost splice. Another strike. Only 4 health left. Okay, we're gonna get 4 block. That means we're gonna take 8 more damage. So That should be the end right there. So we're definitely racking up a lot more damage taken, but I think we're doing okay, all things considered. We can do Sly. If this card is discarded from your hand before the end of your turn, play it for free. Interesting. And then it is 6 block. So nice if you can get it out for free rather than using the 2. We've got Poison, and then we've got Ricochet. Deal 3 damage to a random enemy 4 times. And we've got Sly on this one. So this is another, you can play it for free if you get a discard situation happening. Let's do the Ricochet and see if we can get that to trigger. We are going to... Okay, so this is, we're guaranteed committed going this way. So let's take the chest. A blood vial at the start of each combat, heal 2 HP. I like that. Sunken statue. You spot an aged statue half submerged in a pond. Its hands gently rest atop a stone sword. Something is also glittering at the bottom of the pond. So grab the sword. We get transforms into a powerful relic after defeating 5 elites. Dive into the water. We get gold, but we lose HP. Maybe we'll get the sword and see if we can actually defeat 5 elites. I guess we're gonna need to go this way then. Luminous Choir. Remove 2 cards from your deck. Add Spore Mind to your deck. Interesting. I'm not sure. I mean, I guess it's meant to not be a super useful card. Can offer tribute and obtain a relic. Let's do that. I like relics. What does this do for us? First time you gain block from a card each combat, double the amount gained. Yes, please. That'll be good. Let's go to the elite and see if we can survive and do well here. 17 damage is what it's looking to do to us. Yes, we get more block on our first. That's going to take 15 out of it. Let's do 9 damage. That is the end of our turn. So we took 2. We can neutralize. Takes them down from 12 damage to 9. We can slice, which gives us another attack. Not that it's super meaningful this time around, but always good to get damage going. They're coming down, but they got a lot going on. So they're going to do 9, so we should get 4 damage then, I think. Yes, 4 damage. Let's do the slice. We're going to gain a block, discard 1 card. We'll do that for now. Gonna do 6 damage. Then we'll gain our 5 block. We're gonna take some damage here, but at least, well, it's not gonna kill us. That's all. I guess it's the only really good thing. Neutralize. Defend, so that's 5 block. They're doing 12. That's 10. And then, okay, now the 4 there is 14, so that should remove any damage that we were going to take. Definitely a harder enemy, but we're doing okay. We'll do the slice again. Do the strike. We will do the finisher. Yes, and we are victorious. Worked out well, so we'll take the gold. Weak potion. Whenever you rest, heal an additional 15 HP. That's an awesome relic. Add a card to our deck. Apply 1 weak to all enemies. Exhaust this card so it leaves your hand for the rest of the game. Tracking. Weak enemies take double damage from attacks. Weak enemies take double damage from attacks. I don't think I like that. Gain 10 block, deal 10 damage. I think we're going to take this one. Doing okay though. We're coming along well through this first act. Always good to see. Do a regular attack. We'll deflect. It will. Yeah, our block ones are the same. It's not going to help us, but I want to just do a little something. I think that actually might be enough. I think 12 is all they can do, so we're not in a bad spot. Let's do this dagger spray for our last. End turn. So we blocked everything. Let's do the stair over there. Let's get one of our basic attacks in. Interesting, nicely done. So we've got 16 gold, a weak potion. Don't need the weak potion, we've got enough potions up there. And then add a card to your deck. So we're going to take a lot of poison ones. Be interesting to do a whole poison build. Draw cards until you have 6 in your hand. Get 4 block. So now we're going to head up here. So what do we want to do? 6 damage coming towards us. We really are going to need to do some healing here, but let's start with, well, let's start with the neutralize because that will put us in a good place. We can get away with just, oh, yes. I always forget the our relic that gives us the double block. So we have more than enough block. We can do ricochet. Let's do ricochet. Lots of damage out there, which is good to see. We've got the, and then we can, yeah, the finisher basically to finish off. We'll play it just cuz. So we've got end turn. Block the damage. This guy's got some block happening here. This one's going to do 14 damage. I don't like that. So we got a couple blocks out there. So taking it down to 4 damage. We can do slice to get rid of the block on that nibbit. Then let's do the dagger spray. It's pretty good, I think. Are going to take damage. Like I said, we really do need to heal, but let's see. So we can apply 1 week to all enemies. That's going to be nice. Take down them their attack a little bit. We can gain 8 block, discard 1 card. We can get rid of the unplayable one. That works out well. Let's add another 5 block, so we're up to 13. So we're going to take 3 damage by the looks of it then. Almost got that first nibbit out of the way. This one's got some block, which is pesky. Let's do slice. This is the only one that's going to attack, so we should get it out of the way. Then if we do our upgraded strike, and then we can do our finisher, which will come pretty close to finishing off that one. Strength, but I think we should be able to defeat it. So we've got gold, we've got a card to add, gain 2 dexterity, gain 4 block, next turn gain 4 block, gain 6 block, add a shiv into your hand. I think I'm going to go with the dodge and roll. I like the idea of multiple blocks. I think that's going to be useful, especially since we are running low on health. But we can rest. So we're going to get 21, and then we should get an additional 15 from the Regal Pillow. So 36 would be 50, 65. That puts us in a pretty good spot. That's almost full health. As we head to the boss. So they are going to give themselves a buff. Maybe it's not worth playing that yet because, yeah, let's do strike. Let's do slice. And we should be able to do the dagger spray. And then 1 more strike. Basically just need to be working their health down as much as possible. What does this do? This is okay. It becomes stunned when it reaches 150. So we want to try to get to it down to 150 as quickly as we can. We can do a deflect, another deflect, a defend, and then we'll do some damage, but we shouldn't take any damage, so that's good. Block it all, but they've got strength. We're going to do the dodge and roll. It gives us 4 block this turn, 4 block next turn. Let's do defend. Then we will strike. So we're going to take 11 damage. Not great. We can get 8 block here, and we can discard this unplayable. That is good. Let's do the slice. Almost under 200. Now, I should have. I see. I should have discarded this one because it would have just automatically triggered with no cost. Tricky, tricky. So now if we play this, we're going to do 12 damage, which will be good. And then we would take 10 damage. I think we need to do that. I think we need to keep the pressure up in terms of the damage. Otherwise, we're not going to make this happen. That hurts. I don't like taking that damage. Don't have a lot of good stuff going on here. I mean, we're going to take 15 damage. It's not amazing. We still need to do 32 more damage to get it to the stunned state and to take off its extra strength there. Let's neutralize will be useful. Let's slice. Need to defend and defend. So that's up to 14. So we're going to take 5 damage. And that is all we can do. We need to get 23 damage. That's a lot of damage. This is going to do 6. 28 is what we're going to take. That's 9. So we're going to take 19, which takes us down to 5. We're going to come up just a couple short of getting to the 150. So next turn, we will get to 150. So we still have hope. I don't know if we've got much hope, but we still have some hope. Oh, we don't have any attack. That is brutal. We only need to do 2 damage, and we're not going to be able to. We take 10 damage at the moment. We're going to take 5 damage, which is going to be just enough to knock us out. That's brutal. Brutal, brutal. This is floors climbed 17. That did not get us as far as I hoped. What is this here? Anomalous planet. Play a run with the silent to reveal this epoch. His Majesty barely even looked anymore and swiped through planet profiles in the current constellation. I demand to visit a more exciting planet. The Regent slammed his fist down on the space console. Beep, beep, beep. Anomalous planet detected. The Regent has arrived. His Majesty may now embark upon the Spire onwards. Unlocked the Regent as a playable character. Interesting. If we go into single player, so we now have the Regent at the start of each combat gained 3 energy. Is that what that might be what that is? That's what we will probably play the next time. I really would like to make some more progress with the silent here. Let's see if we can make things a little bit farther. I'd like to get past at least that first boss. So we can raise our max HP by 11. That could be useful. Upgrade one of your strikes and one of your defends. Obtain 2 random relics. Add an additional strike and defend to your deck. Sure, that sounds useful. So we got Petrified Toad at the start of each combat. Procure a potion-shaped rock. Yeah, you know what? We didn't end up using our potions really the last time. We each combat with 1 dexterity. Yeah, okay. Let's see. Let's see if we can make some improved progress. Maybe we want to go this way. So, starting out, this should all be fairly straightforward. We can do our neutralize. 1 defend is more than enough. We can strike. And we can strike, and we don't need any more. Because that will, yeah, we've blocked that. Definitely interesting. The deck plays a lot different than the Ironclad, which is what you expect. You want a very different experience. You want to be challenged in different ways. So they do a good job of that. This is definitely a different feel. Let's do the 9 block, and we'll get rid of one of the defends. Then can attack, and we can defend. So that should keep us in okay shape. Can neutralize. Can do 2 defends. And then give 1 attack. So next turn, fingers crossed, we should be able to finish them off. 6. Another 6, and they're down to 15 gold. Add a card to our deck. I like these 0 cost things, but damage looks enticing. So let's take the Sucker Punch and move on. What is our unknown going to be? So we can gain 7 max HP or add this egg to our deck. It can be hatched at a rest site. Really like the idea of the max HP, so I think we're going to go that way. Maybe some downsides to that, but I think some more health will really pay off down the line here. It's neutralized to start. Then we should be able to get a couple defends out here. So we won't take any damage, and we can do some damage to them. They're going to do 6. So if we go and do the survivor, and we can take the defend out, that gives us enough block. And then it's just try to rack up as much damage as we can. They are getting some block that we'll have to deal with. That's okay though. Do the sucker punch, a regular strike, and a regular strike. They're down to 10. They've got some strength. We'll use our neutralize to start off. Then I think we can just finish them straight off. 17 gold, we get to add another card. Backstab, innate, start each combat with this card in your hand. Deal 11 damage and then it's exhausted. This one, deal 6 damage, apply 3 poison. Deal 3 damage, add 2 shivs to your hand. I think we'll go that way because I think there's some things that you can add to or sort of upgrade yourself with to make the shivs more plentiful, to improve them. Might be interesting to get a shiv based attack going. A sapphire seed, so we can heal 9 HP and upgrade a card in our deck, or enchant a card with Sown. The first time you play this card each combat, gain an energy. I like the idea of that. What do we want to put that on though? Maybe we'll put it on the neutralize. Nice to have it on a free card, a free to play card. So we got another fight here with the Shrinker Beetle. They are going to debuff us. So I think we can just rack up some damage here. It's probably the best play. Then they're going to do 7 attack. So let's do neutralize. We're down to 5 attack. We've got our 4 energy. Let's do the leading strike, which lets us do the shivs. We can defend. It's going to take care of all of their attack. Everything, because we're smaller, everything's not as effective. But I think that still leaves us in a pretty good place. Should be able to sucker punch them, and then we are through. So we got some gold. Liquid bronze, gain 3 thorns. That should be, oh, what do we got? I guess we should be using those potions, but let's add that in there, and then add 3 shivs into your hand. Gain 5 block, draw 2 cards. Gain 6 block, add 1 shiv into your hand. Let's do the blade dance. It's going to be all about the shivs. So we don't need to rest because we're at full health, so we can upgrade a card. If we did neutralize, it would deal 4 damage, apply 2 weak. That could be interesting. This one would deal 6 damage, so twice as much, and the number of shivs stays the same. Let's do that. I like the idea of that. More damage from that card, I think, will be a good thing. Now, let's go up so we can get the merchant a couple times. I think that will be useful. So we're going to do neutralized start. We got an extra energy. They are going to, oh, they're going to summon monsters. Okay. We can do the potion-shaped rock. Throw a couple rocks there. We can, we're going to leave the thorns for now just to make sure we actually need to use it. If we do the leading strike, we can get some basically free attacks in. Then we can just basically attack with our remaining strike cards in our hand. We've basically got the Fog Mog almost down to 0. This is a minion. So I think if we do this right here, we think we can just get rid of the Fog Mog, which then the minion runs away without. So we get 16 gold, a vulnerable potion. It's cool. We can add a card. Putting poison on enemy. All enemies lose 6 strength this turn and then exhaust. Or we gain 4 block for free. Let's do that. So then we're going to go to the merchant and see what we can get here. Now we don't have enough gold. That would be useful. Pawn pickup, upgrade 2 random attacks. Whenever you shuffle, your draw pile gains 6 block. I love all of those. Why do we not? Can we... We can't sell, eh? It would be nice. Let's see what's going on with the cards. Deal 8 damage whenever you play a card this turn. The enemy loses 2 HP. Deal 6 damage for each attack already played this turn. Draw 1 card, discard 1 card. Deal 7 damage, gain block equal to damage dealt. Draw 3 cards, exhaust. At the start of your turn, apply 2 poison to all enemies. All enemies lose 6 strength this turn, exhaust. Strangle might be useful with the number of free cards that we have. And maybe another free card would be useful. Yeah, I think that's probably a good situation. Let's see. Okay. Blood vial. So at the start of each combat, heal 2 HP. I like that. I like relics. I think the relics are the super powerful thing that you need as much as possible. So we can procure one random potion, or we can remove one card from your deck and add one guilty to your deck. Removed from your deck after 5 combats. Sure, let's try that. Let's try. I feel like we can probably just get rid of this extra strike that we picked up at the start of the game. Got another store, another merchant visit. That was, yeah, there's definitely some good ones there. I wish we had more money, but we don't at the moment. Whenever you shuffle your draw pile, choose a card from it and put it into your hand. More opportunity for more shivs. Deal 14 damage. The next skill you play costs 0. Add 3 shivs into your hand. Reduce this card's cost by 1. I like the sounds of that. Let's do that, and let's save some gold and see if we get an opportunity to come back again in the near future. We don't want to rest, so let's upgrade. Can we upgrade this one? 4 shivs into your hand? That seems useful. Definitely going all out on the shiv related cards this time. We're doing 4, so we're going to need to do some block. That is enough for that though. So we should be able to draw a card. Get rid of one of the defends. It was just another defend, so not super useful. Do a couple of attacks, and then that's the end of our turn. Don't like the fact that we're shrunk, but let's gain 5 block. That's useful. Let's do 5 more. Or I guess that's going to be, it was 6. So now we're at 11 blocks, so that's good. Now we can deal 5 damage, make them weak. Sure, we can defend and turn. So that was good. The block helped us. We can neutralize. We get an extra energy. Deal 5 damage whenever you play a card this turn. The enemy loses 2 HP. So let's do that. We want to. We're going to want that 9 block, but let's do this first. Let's do leading strike. So deal 4 damage, add 2 shivs into your hand. So they're taking extra damage for each card I play. So they're going to do 11, so we're going to want 9 block. So we're going to take a couple damage, but that was really useful. We managed to get through that first enemy really quickly. This is the 4 shivs. So many shivs, but so useful. And if we can get these stacked right with some cards, it's going to be very helpful. I'm going to take 11 damage, but I think that's okay. They're going to be buffing themselves. We'll deal 6 damage, then we get 2 shivs, which we can use. Let's do prepared. Get rid of one of our defends. So that means we can do another attack, and we'll just defend for the heck of it. Their strength is going way up, so we're going to want to put that, get rid of that quick, but there we go. That was easy. Yeah, we got to remember we've got those potions up top. Must use potions. Let's do the blade dance again. All about the potions. All about the shivs, and I guess it is all about the potions too. Leading strike is removed from your deck, otherwise you lose 3 HP. The card in the above option is randomized. That doesn't sound amazing. Randomized in what way? I don't really want to lose 3 HP. I guess we'll lose the card. Not ideal. So this can put us back at full HP. I think we want that. Then we've got the boss. Do our 15 damage. We can do the strangle, which will help us do more damage. We can do the neutralize. I'm going to do a block, which will then do more damage. Another block, which will do more damage. Then if we do the blade dance, that'll give us 3 shivs, which we can do for more damage, because it's going to be basically 4 and then an extra 2 on top of that. So that worked well. That's the ideal scenario. So we're looking at a lot, 15, 19 damage. This is going to give 4 shivs, which I think we want because we can basically, yes, get rid of that one. So now we're only looking at 12 damage. So now we're only looking at, doesn't take a lot off, that's 9 damage left. Four blocks, that means we're looking at 5 damage. Not perfect, but we're making some progress. 6 block. Looking at 9 damage, so it's 3 damage left. So no damage, and then we can do 1 attack there. Strength is up. What do we want to do? If we do the sucker punch, that'll reduce the damage. And then if we do this, we won't basically get any damage. And then I think we want this one because that'll give us 3 more shivs. Down to 26 health. Yeah, it didn't hurt us, didn't help us. Now we're looking at 18 damage. We're going to need to block that as much as possible. So that means we're looking at 6 damage, and we can do 1 set of damage to him. It's down to 20 health. Really need to get that one out of the way quick here, so that we don't get hurt too much. So if we do the strangle, followed by the up my sleeve, I see the extra 2 damage only happens on the character that you were interacting with. So 4 blocks, that means we're going to take 6 damage. I think we can live with that. Working on the boss now that the minions are out of the way. Let's neutralize. So that reduces the damage down to 9. Can do the deflect, doesn't cost anything. Yeah, we're weak, which means we're doing less. No, we can't use that because we don't have anything to discard. That means we're going to take 4 damage. That's okay, we can live with that. I like this, the up my sleeve now is free. We just get a bunch of damage on boss. I think we can just end turn there. Strengthen the characters, 12 damage this time. If we let's do this, we deal 8, and then they're gonna lose another 2 for every card we play. Let's defend. Let's do prepared, and then we can get rid of one of the defends. It's another 2. I guess we'll defend again so that we don't take any damage. And then we did another 2 damage onto them. So down to 134. It's like kind of in a quarter-ish, no, more like a third of the health gone on the boss. They're going to do 12 damage. There's 3 block. Let's discard guess we'll discard one of the strikes. We'll play a defend, so that's 7 blocks. We're going to take 5 damage, but then we'll do 12 damage total to the boss. Let's go on. This is tough. Do neutralize. That'll be big. That reduces down, so they're still doing 15 damage to us, but after our blocks, it's 12, so they're going to only do 3. And then we can get some more shivs. And because we are weakened, we're only doing 3 for each of these, but that's still 12 damage total. So that is good. Almost down to 100. They are going to buff themselves, which is unfortunate. That means that they're going to have more attack coming our way. We've got them down to 88 health. Let's do the strangle. Let's do the survivor. So that's 9 block, and we'll discard the guilty one. Can do the sucker punch. So they're only going to do 1 damage to us, and we've got them down to 68. That was a productive turn. Deflect. Up my sleeve. So we should be able to do a bunch of attacks here then. At least we're not in a weakened state, so we're doing the full 4, so that's 16 damage there. Then each of these does 6. So we're going to take 11 damage. That hurts, but so they're doing 18 damage. I mean, basically we can just block the full 18. That's probably the way to go. Because now they're going to spend a turn buffing themselves. And hopefully we can get really close to finishing them off. Only 10 health left. They've strengthened, but we can do the strangle, which will almost finish them off, and then we can do the sucker punch. So that is good. So we got 100 gold, and we get to add a special card. Shivs now hit all enemies. Add 4 shivs into your hand. That is huge. Whenever you play a card, gain 1 block. Abrasive, gain 1 dexterity and 4 thorns. I mean, I think we have to go with the fan of knives. That's a pretty amazing combo to what we're already doing. So what do we get here at the beginning? Come closer, quiet one. I can't see well. So very hot cocoa. Start each combat with an additional 4 energy. That would be nice. Toasty Mittens. At the start of your turn, exhaust the top card of your draw pile and gain 1 strength. Replace the Act 2 map with a single special path. I think I'm going to go with the very hot cocoa. That seems like it could be quite useful to have more energy. So where do we want? Feel like we want to go up to this side. So let's go here and then we'll get the merchant on the next. On the next round. So we've got C7 energy now. That's massive. Massive. Let's do this, the deal 8 damage, and then they're going to keep losing HP every time we play cards. We'll do the up my sleeve because these shivs are now going to do 4 each and then an additional 2 because of the strangle. That is going to be awesome. We can do a sucker punch, so that's 8 damage plus another 2 damage for the having played a card, and then it's going to weaken their attack. We can do the survivor card, get rid of one of the strikes. That gives us 9. I guess we could have gotten rid of the defend because the defend isn't super necessary, but we'll play everything. Lots of damage. We won't take any damage. Let's do the fan of knives. Not going to help us too much in this particular fight because they are going to be done soon. And they're only one enemy, but let's play them all. It's going to do a bunch of damage, which is just a good thing in general. Then we'll deflect and turn. 32 block. That is crazy. So we weakened them. Do prepared and get rid of the guilty card. Let's defend. We've got 6 block. Actually, you know what we can do? We can gain 3 thorns. Oh, but we can do, yeah, let's throw that there. That'll help with knocking down their block. Now they're more vulnerable. And we took them out. Nicely done. So we get to add a card. 5 poison, 3 dexterity, deal 6 damage, add 2 shivs. Let's do that. All about getting as many shivs as we can. I'd really like it if we could get a relic here. At the end of combat, upgrade all card rewards if you took no damage. Whenever you enter a rest site, start the next combat with an additional 2 energy. What do we got here? Deal damage equal to the number of cards played this combat. That could be really useful. Draw 2 cards, put 1 card from your hand on top of your draw pile, exhaust. At the start of your turn, add 1 shiv into your hand. Draw 1 card. If you draw a skill, gain 3 block. Discard your hand, then draw that many cards. Exhaust. Flick Flack. Deal 6 damage to all enemies. This is one of those ones where if you discard it, then it's free. It can be played for free. That could be useful. Deal 9 damage. Deals 4 additional damage for each card discarded this turn. We're not doing enough of that to make it worthwhile. Let's take that one. Let's go with that, and we'll see if we can get a relic the next time The shop comes up. Unknown. First time you gain block from a card, each combat double the amount gained. That's huge. Always a big fan of that. The Spirit Grafter. So we can heal 25 HP and then add Metamorphosis. Let's upgrade a card. Yeah, I like that. Strangle Plus. Deal 10 damage. Enemy loses 3 HP when you play cards. Let's do that. Because we heal HP at the beginning of each battle anyway, so I think that's the better play. Add Decay into your deck. Obtain the Lost Wisp. Lost Wisp. Whenever you play a power, deal 8 damage to all enemies. Yeah, I don't think we want Decay. Let's get the gold, because I think we should have another shot, hopefully at the store. Merchant one. The self-help book. So we can choose a power to enchant with Swift 2. We can choose an attack to enchant with Sharp 2. Or choose a skill to enchant with Nimble 2. I think we're going to choose the Sharp. I think we'll do the Strangle Plus. It's becoming a very powerful card, but I think that's a good thing. So we got the rest area. I think we'll do the upgrade. We're not down too far on our health. And I think 5 shivs would be nice, but it's not a lot. 8 damage to all enemies. Sure, let's upgrade that one. And we've got the chest. Whenever you add a power into your deck, upgrade it. Sure, we'll take that. We're going to go that way because I want to go to the merchant again. So we healed from one of our relics. So we can gain 9 block, and then we're going to remember discard the Sly card, which means that it gets played. So we 9 block, we did some damage to both of them. We can neutralize this first guy. They're doing 14, so we really want one more defend at least. Can deal 6 damage and add 2 shivs. We've got a lot. I mean, we're overflowing with energy, so do all the things. Shouldn't take any damage. We'll do strangle. Kind of feel like we want to go that way. Because then we're attacking the first one, but the second one gets damage. That didn't really help us, but we did an extra 3 damage by doing that draw, or by doing the discard and draw card. Now we need both doing a lot of damage. Actually, what is the... These are going to each give us 3 shivs, and that'll only give us 4. So let's do Blade Dance. That's 1 down. Let's do another Blade Dance. Nicely done. Gold and another card. Outbreak. Every 3 times you apply poison, deal 15 damage to all enemies. That would be interesting if we were going with poison. Backflip. Gain 5 block, draw 2 cards. I think that's probably useful. Get us to some of our powerful ones more quickly. Let's upgrade. We upgrade our deflect, so that's up to 7 block. That seems like a good thing. 7 block for free. Let's go into the merchant. Start each combat with an additional energy. At the start of your 3rd turn, gain 1 strength and 1 dexterity. Retain your hand on the 1st turn of combat. Interesting. What have we got in terms of cards here? So deal 6 damage. Yeah, we like that one. Deal 6 damage for each attack already played this turn. Deal 8 damage X times. All enemies lose 6 strength this turn. Exhaust. Gain 6 block. The sly one. Shivs deal 6 additional damage. Okay, I think we need to take that. Gain 4 block. Draw 1 card. Draw 3 cards. Exhaust. Like that because it's another 0 card. Let's try removing a card. Oh, it's just 1 more combat before that goes away, so I think that's fine. What if we just got rid of 1 of our regular strike cards? Make it easier to get to those other cards that we have. Another battle against quite a large character. They're going to do 9 attack and they're going to debuff us. Let's do the Strangle Plus. Let's do the Neutralize. I see it's doing... Is it just blocking us in general? Let's do Defend. Let's do Blade Dance. Will attacks do... Oh, so we still, because of our Strangle, we're still going to do stuff, so that's good. I like that. Oh, we made it through the block. I see, we made it through the block. We did really well for our first turn there. Shivs now hit all enemies. Shivs deal an additional 6 damage. So each of these is doing 10. Massive, down to 36. They're going to do 19 damage. They've got 14 blocks. Let's do this leading strike. Down to 34, 24. Let's get rid of one of our defends. We take the sucker punch, that'll reduce their attack. Down to 14. I guess we'll block a little bit of that, so it's down to 10 damage they're going to do, so we're going to go down to 61. We'll finish this off with the shivs. The guilty card gets removed, so that's good. 13 gold. And then we get a buff. I like that. Prevent damage. Leg sweep. Apply 3 weak, gain 14 block. 3 dexterity. I like this leg sweep one. That seems kind of cool, especially if it's on our first turn when we get lots of energy. It could be a really good place. Let's do the strangle. Neutralize back there. We can do defend so that we won't take damage, and we're continuing to do more damage to them. Then this will give us 6 block, draw 2 cards. Let's do prepared. We don't need any more defend cards this turn. Up my sleeve, so we'll get a bunch of shivs. Leading strike will give us more shivs. So now each shiv's going to do 4. Plus this guy's getting an extra 3. Very nice. Happy with that. So they're not attacking us. We can draw a card. Yes, we can do Fan of Knives. We haven't been able to do this yet when it actually was going to impact multiple people, but that's okay. We can just keep doing damage. They are getting much weaker. We got a couple cards here to try and disrupt us. Let's do the 15 block 3 weak. I like that. We can do deflect plus, even more block. We'll do 1 attack. That's fine. We blocked that and we blocked all of that. So we are good. Sucker punch. And we can do the flick flack. Run them out. 16 gold, 10 damage to all enemies. Let's discard one of those so that we can get that explosive ampule. Deal 10 damage to all enemies. Repeat this effect for each enemy killed. Interesting. Could also get backflip plus, gain 8 block, draw 2 cards. I like that. That looks really good. I think we want to heal. Let's go in full health to the boss. This is definitely working out better for us. I feel like we got a good handle on the cards here, and everything's stacking up well. So they are going to debuff us, but if we do Survivor, and then we can discard the Flick Flack Plus, and that should be played automatically for us. Can do this to get more shivs. We'll do this to get more shivs. So we can do the regular strike and then use all the shivs. Let's end turn. Choose a card. Draw one fewer card each turn. At the end of your turn, take 6 damage. I think we'll do the one fewer card each turn. They're going to do 17 damage. But we can do this one, which will give us 15 block. And we can do this one to gain an additional 6 block. Get rid of that. 5 block, draw a card. Yeah, our turn's kind of done, but that worked out okay. You're going to do 18 damage to us. Take that down to 12, I guess. We should get some shivs. Oops. They've got a lot of health. This is good. We want shivs to do more damage. They're going to heal themselves. I don't like that. They're at 321. How much are they actually healing? 30. Don't love that. Let's do neutralize. Can gain an 8 block. Get 4 shivs in hand. Backflip gains 9 block, draw 2 cards. So each shiv is going to do 10, so that's big. Then we can do the strike. Almost down to 300 health. You cannot play more than 3 cards each turn, or at the end of your turn take 7 damage. I guess we'll do that. I don't love that. Gain 5 block, draw a card. Gain 6 block, draw 2 cards. 8 block, no extra cost on the energy. Let's do prepared, so we can do this one for free. Neutralize. We can get 4 shivs. Let's do defend. So these are each going to do 10. Down to 250. Managed to block it all. Okay, that's good. I feel better about that. They're going to try to do 30 damage. I guess we're going to go with the survivor card and we'll take the strikeout for now. Then if we do 6 block and 6 block, that's 21 block versus 30 and 7. It's going to be 16 damage. That's not amazing. If we do this, shivs now hit all enemies. And we add 4 shivs. Actually, what if we... I think we need the 15 block and apply 3 weak. I think that was a better way. So I think that means we're going to take 1 damage and see what they go up to. 225 up to 2. Yeah, okay, they're healing 30 each time they do that. I think we need to do the strangle. And then we can defend. And defend again, so that hopefully we just don't take any damage this turn. Gain 1 less energy per turn. Don't love that, but 8, an additional 8 damage. I think we'll go with this one, the energy. We do the neutralize. The leading strike, because then we can do shivs, which don't cost us any energy. And they're going to be doing 22 damage to us, which takes down to 26. That is going to be rough. So we'll do strangle. We're going to do defend. Oh, we don't have the energy for that one. So that means they're going to do 28. Oh, we're going to lose. Going to lose, even though we're like making ground here. Yeah, that was a really good run. I enjoyed that one. We had a good set of cards going there. 33 floors. We unlocked an epoch. Let's see what comes from that. 2 epochs are waiting to be revealed. Bigger prey. The silent recollects the trials she endured for this trophy, but does not speak. To speak is weak. Interesting. Cards unlocked. It would be interesting to do a poison run. Really, there's a lot of interesting poison cards by the looks of it. Underdogs. Interesting. So I think that was pretty successful. I was happy with what we managed to do there and what we learned about the silent. Definitely think, like I said, that next time we're going to try taking on the Regent. Interesting to have another character, interesting to see what they do. We also do need to do a run that's a poison focused run for the silent. So a few things ahead that we will try out for Slay the Spire 2 here. But if you have not subscribed to the channel, please make sure to do so so that you don't miss out on any of our upcoming videos. And thank you very much for watching. We will see you again soon. Take care. Bye.